welcome. Oh, wrong way. Why do you look like a bum? Why do you look like a bum? You probably get kicked out. They think you could just use the bathroom and steal food. Thanks for driving your mama. You get some fuel. Did we pay for it? I told him I'd fill his tank.
I didn't know that when you got me.
I told you that last night, so.
He said we should be careful. How's cold?
I don't know. Seems to have his head in the game. You already got Erstrom and Hunter and Baxter in the box, all appropriate. Hopefully they refs see them there and don't call them during the game.
No, this is
Kidding.
the other one going on. I would love for them to win.
Why?
Just if we won, I'd rather play them than.
We're live, but nobody's on. Nobody wants to watch the game. Oh, I should probably send out the link right now before this starts. How do I do that? I go like this. Look at Colt next to Ashton down there. Literally half his size. That's funny. I like how they keep bringing the trophies around. Let's put that on video. How about that? Look at those trophies down there. We want one. Now we don't want to see them. We want to see them. That's not a penalty or anything, is it? He was coming in with a lot of speed, but you got to avoid the goalie. Oh, at the very, very last. It wasn't really a boxing match. He just kind of cross-checked him away from his goalie.
Yeah, no, that, and then he was like, I wanted to take his legs out. Like, he's like, Andy. I'm like, this is hockey. It was the same thing that charged.
I recognize that other ref, but I don't recall his name. But I think he does okay, doesn't he? Carl does good. I'm happy to see Carl out here. They should be playing music for this. What association is it that does a really good job at that? Huh? Oh. The North Stars playing music. Because they know how. Because Barrett always has music going here on those Saturday morning practices and stuff. It's pretty cool. Huh? Where's he at? Good morning. How am I going to get my silent co-host? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another fun-filled day of hockey. This is day number 4 in a row on this long Martin Luther King Jr. weekend. Did I get that right? I think so. We are back in Anchor Town, downtown Anchorage, at the Bokeh Rink. So yesterday I said we were going to be here. Well, here is now here and not there, because wherever I go, there I am. Anywho, we are at the Ben Bokeh Rink number uno. It is the home of all the high schools, with the exception of Chugiak Eagle River that play up at the MAC. But as you can see, all the high schools. There's some more over that way. As we get ready to battle against KPHA, that's the Kenai Peninsula Hockey Association, in the semifinals game of the Polar Bear Tournament. It is chilly out this morning. It was 12 degrees at the house, so it's definitely cooling off from what it was, but a bright, beautiful morning out there. Got to watch the sunrise on the drive in. The highway still is terrible, full of ice and chunks and bleh. Boys look ready. They want this, and they can do it. Statistically against Kenai, I honestly don't know. I know we've definitely beat them. I think we've tied them, and we may have even lost to them once. They do have talented players over there, as most of these Tier 2 teams do. But I think there's a lot more talent right down there in gray and green this morning. Unbiased opinion. And whoever wants this game more is who's going to win it, is what it's going to come down to. I am nearly fully caffeinated this morning. I had to make some coffee at home. I had to do a little bulletproof coffee. A little different. Threw a little cinnamon in there. A little butter. You ever had butter in your coffee? It's actually quite delicious. Gets me energized, that extra fat that I absolutely need, because I don't have enough of that. But I'd say I'm about 65%, maybe 67% caffeinated so far this morning. There's people around me. There's fans right here at the base of the camera, so I'm very shy and embarrassed, so I might not talk a lot. Yeah, right. McLaughlin's going to start us off with Baxter on the right-hand side, Morales on the left, Altenberg and Carroll back on defense. In that face-off to Altenberg, goes up to Carroll. Carroll sends it forward. Looking for Baxter. This one's going to flutter all the way down. Won't go for icing, but it did. As everyone was kind of lethargic going towards that fluttering puck, giving us a defensive zone face-off. I think both coaches were kind of talking to their boys from the benches. Why didn't you hustle a little bit more? Well, there we go. Kenai wins this face-off, goes back to the D. Block shot by Deke Baxter, number 85. Morales is going to chase this one down with a lot of speed. Baxter right there on his right-hand side with him as they bring it in. Attempted to go behind the net, but Kenai bats it up high as we go back on the defensive. Kenai transitioned out, but Carroll's going to intercept that one. Carroll to Baxter. Baxter backhands it forward, trying to get it to Morales. A little back and forth with the Kenai team right now as Morales just opts to bat that one in. Some changes about to happen as Baxter sticks that one away and they get shoved down to the ice. No worse for the wear. He is a tough dude, as we saw in these past few games. Carroll holds the line and then just squirts out the last minute, but he spins right back around on a great play to bring it back in, but just barely offsides, but it's going to allow a change to happen as we are at 13:08 in this first period right now. 52 seconds have been played. Is that good math? Erstrom's going to take this face-off, postman on the right-hand side, Eli Anderson on the left-hand side. It seems like we're keeping most of the lines the same today, so we can expect to see Maddie Brownworth and Hunter on that third line again, which has generated a good amount of offense this weekend. Of course, you see a lot of 7s on the scoreboard. Number 17 and 7 have had their fair share of points throughout this tournament. Oh, chipping that out of the air was Eli Anderson. Gets it right back to himself. Unable to hold the line, but what a play there to maintain possession. As we've owned the O-zone for the first minute and a half of this game. Now Kenai showing off their offensive skills. Anderson all by himself and a shot right to Liam Telford. Seeing his first shot, his first save of the game. That's number 35, Telly, starting us off in net. If I didn't announce that earlier, shame on me, I should have. And there it is, that third line. Maddie centering up Brownworth and Hunter. As Maddie wins that faceoff, Brownworth digging for it, gets it back to Altenberg. Altenberg over to Carroll. Carroll trying to send that one up, but it doesn't get out. Kenai to hold. Kenai has this one shot, blockered away by Telly. Back behind the net, Carroll's going to collect that one. Carroll accelerates up through the zone. As he transitions forward, Brownworth helps out as that one got batted off his stick, and he sent it forward, trying to get it up to Maddie. Maddie unable to gain the zone, and it comes back to Kenai. Kenai sends this one down in deep, back behind the net it goes. Carroll to chase it down over to the far corner, sends it up the boards to Brownworth. Brownworth takes a hit, tries to maintain possession of the puck while protecting himself at the same time. Altenberg back behind the net, sends this one back up to Brownworth. Brownworth tries to backhand it forward, but there's 3 Kenai players right there. Back on the stick of Altenberg, he finds Maddie wide open at the top with Hunter on his right-hand side, who hands it off to. Hunter gains it, no, back to Maddie. And the stick of the Kenai player just tipped that away from Maddie, but he gets it back. And Jordan Anderson to hold, sends it down from the slot. Hunter was trying to walk that one in, but gets it batted away from the Kenai player as they go back on the breakout. Chasing down is Brownworth. And Jordan Anderson down into the far corner where Anderson sends it up the boards to Brownworth. Brownworth chips it up the boards a little bit higher, but the Point's to hold. Point sends it back down. Brownworth trying to get back on that one. Kenai centers that one up. The slot kick save by Telly. What a stretch there on the right leg pad. Gets this one up and out to Hunter as he's chasing it down, trying to negate the icing. Coach was saying get there, and Hunter was stretching it out as hard as he could, but just couldn't make it in time with 11:04 left in this first period in a goose egg game where we were going to take a defensive zone faceoff. McLaughlin with the faceoff goes back to Kenai. Quick shot goes wide of the net, down to the far corner and up to Morales. Bounced off the boards. Morales trying to deflect that one up and out, but Kenai got a hold of it. McLaughlin's got it now as he sends it out to center ice. Morales has chased this one down to pressure Kenai as they have possession back in their own zone. Morales continues to pressure as they take it behind the net. McLaughlin steps into that one. Baxter trying to get a handle of it, but Kenai exits the zone with it on their sticks. Jordan Anderson and Dotson back on defense. Dotson pushes out wide. Centering pass doesn't go as McLaughlin got a stick on it and ends up on the twig of Dotson, who hands it right back up to McLaughlin. We got a 2-on-1 with Baxter on his right-hand side. Shot, save, and trying to clean it up was Baxter on a wide-open net. Wrapping around, attempt by McLaughlin. Baxter steps up into that one. Over on the half wall, McLaughlin will pick this one up on the near boards. McLaughlin looks to send it out. Toe drags, backhand pass, trying to find Morales, who is all tied up in the slot, and Kenai's going to get it back. Some excellent scoring opportunities there for the boys as they were setting it up and pressuring hard. And Kenai is forced to ice that one down. We get changes on both sides. I am almost shaking up here. I'm getting so excited. I don't know if it's a coffee or what. Stop it. Now that everyone's seasick, we got Erstrom out there with Eli Anderson on the left-hand side, Postman on the right. Faceoff goes back to Kenai. They go up the boards with it. Up but not out as Altenberg steps up into that one to hold. Ends up on the stick of Kenai. Goes up high again. Postman trying to get a hand on that. Bats it down, but Kenai ends up with it as they gain the zone. Long, wide pass over their opposing player who's joining them on the rush. Hard angle shot is kicked away, I believe, by Carroll with the help of Telly. Stays out of the net. A wraparound attempt is batted away by Altenberg. Altenberg gets that one up to Eli Anderson. Anderson, long lead pass over to Postman. Is just behind him, though, but they will gain the zone. No icing. Kenai back behind the net. Sends this one up the boards as they go on their breakout. Carroll's going to chase this one down and get there first. Sends it wide over to Altenberg. Altenberg up to Postma. Postma gains his own. Odd man rush. Erstrom on his right. Erstrom, backhand shot. And he scores! Erstrom breaking the egg at 9:09 left in the first period. 1-0 Oilers, and we got to keep our foot on the gas pedal because Kenai does not let up, and they are not going to be happy about that. So that was Erstrom from Postma on an odd man rush. Excellent job by Postma gaining that zone and getting over to Erstrom for that backhand shot. Maddie with the faceoff. We're out there with Hunter and Brownworth on the left-hand side. They want their chance now as Hunter brings it into the zone. Loses it to Kenai. Goes out to neutral ice where Dotson picks it up. Dotson back in the zone, but only briefly as Kenai is really wanting to get this one back. Brownworth ends up with that puck, but only for a second as Kenai stole it right back away. Back behind the net it goes. Kenai has it, tries to send it around the boards, but Dotson gets there first, stops it up using everything he has. Oh, and a centering pass goes to nobody. Fortunate for us from the back door. Up from the point, sent that down low. Kenai trying to center this one up, and Telly dives and covers on it. Keeping it a 1-0 game with 8:33 left in this first period. Coach is over there on the bench talking that whole line right now in a very calm manner, just doing the amazing things that Coach does to educate the boys. You don't see yelling like you do on a lot of other coaches, from a lot of other coaches. Just good education. Oh, and a chance there for Kenai. Telly says, no way, Jose. This one's sent up and out to the neutral zone. McLaughlin's pressuring along with Morales, trying to get that puck back. Morales takes a big hit, goes in the boards. He's no worse for the wear. McLaughlin has it. McLaughlin shoots, and it just goes high over the net. Baxter's trying to chase this one down as it got wrapped all the way up and around the boards. Altenberg's going to collect in the neutral zone, sends it back up to Baxter. Baxter trying to get to McLaughlin, but just off his shin pads, I believe, into the stick of Kenai. Back to Carroll. Carroll over to Altenberg. Altenberg turns, sends it off at a deflection from the boards, trying to get to Baxter, but it bounces up to neutral ice where Kenai collects it. Kenai sends it back to neutral ice where Altenberg has it once again. He says, you know what? I want to show him my offensive skills. He's going to bring it all the way in. Hands it off to Baxter. Baxter walks, looks, trying to get a shot off, but gets it sticked away. He's going to take a big check down in the near corner, protecting the body, but losing the puck only briefly as Altenberg comes in to help out his bud and battles it, gets it down lower on the boards, trying to get it back out to Baxter. Kenai has it, sends it out to neutral zone. McLaughlin grabbed it briefly, and he's going to get a trip on that. As he was playing the puck, it was probably, I mean, you could have called it, but really, I mean, he was absolutely playing that puck. McLaughlin's going to have to sit in the box with Dad for 2 minutes and feel shame for a trip that was completely accidental as he was playing the puck and the Kenai player skated into his stick. By definition, it's still a trip. Unfortunate for us. But we've been very strong on the penalty kill as we bring out Maddie at center. We got Dotson and Anderson on defense and Erstrom to start off our kill there. One-timer did not go. Completely whiffing on it was Kenai. Jordan Anderson gets it, sends it up to Erstrom. Erstrom unable to get it out. Anderson continues to pressure as this one's centered up. It goes right to the stick of Maddie. Maddie gets it out to Erstrom. Erstrom and Maddie are going to be in the zone as they look for a potential shorthanded goal down in near corner. It's stolen away by Kenai. Kenai wraps it back up around the boards. We might be zoomed in just a touch too much. I'll fix that right now. Kenai has it, gains the zone. And it's sent up and out and into the box. We've been having an issue with that. Coach almost died. I almost died. Now Kyle. We might have to start wearing our helmets. It's 6:31 remaining in the first, where it's 1-0 Oilers in the lead, and 1:21 left on the tripping minor to McLaughlin. Baxter will take this face off. We got Altenberg and Carroll out there on defense, and Postma, I believe that is. I see a 3. Yes, it is Postma. That one goes back to Carroll on that face-off win. He's going to wrap it up around the boards on the far side. Kenai to hold, Postma to pressure. Postma continues to pressure up high over at the low half wall. Kenai centers out, kick save, and then the secondary goes wide over to the far side, trying to help out Telly dive in there and keep it out of the net. Unbelievable play there by our goaltender. Another shot, blocker down. Kenai has this once again as they try to wrap it around. Carroll battling hard back there. Baxter sticks it away from the Kenai player to make sure they don't get possession. It goes up high. Shot blocked by Baxter, and it's going to exit the zone. Unbelievable defensive play there as Kenai was really putting on the offensive pressure. 34 seconds remain in this penalty kill. Dotson's out there with Anderson. I believe the defenseman changed. Yes. Postma pressuring over at the half wall. Shot sent towards the middle. Stopped by Anderson. Blocked by Telly. Over to his right side now. Anderson's going to pick it up into the near corner. Anderson trying to send it back around the boards, but the ref got their caboose in the way and completely missed the head contact. Saved by Telly. Jordan Anderson jumps right back up as he's in a little bit of pain there and is able to play the puck over to the half wall as he sits and tries to block everything that can possibly happen. Full strength Oilers. McLaughlin fresh on the ice, down in the far corner. We have made another great penalty kill as Postman continues to battle over there. Fresh legs as McLaughlin, you see chips that up and out, trying to help his buddies from a silly tripping call. I say silly because I don't think it needed to be called. Dotson from the near corner tries to send this one up the boards, but Kenai's right there to stop it. It finally exits the zone so we can get some tired players off the ice. Eli Anderson is joining the rush as McLaughlin put on some pressure down in the Kenai zone. Eli Anderson trying to tap that one away, and he has had a fantastic weekend. I think I've seen him on almost every single score sheet. He probably had about 5 assists in that All-Stars game as I went through it last night for the second time. McLaughlin continues to chip it off the boards, and the ref can continue to get in the way, and I believe that one was offsides as referee Greninger says, pointed to this dot. Carl Greninger is a great person and a very good referee. Actually learned a lot from him. What we got going here? Telly exiting the ice. He may have an equipment issue. Yeah, talking to goalie coach Telford there. And whatever was the issue, got it resolved. Is this what the NHL does? They zoom in on the goalie after something like that? I don't know. Taking the face off as Maddie's out there with Hunter and Brownvuth. Hunter has this one as he sends it up and forward and in. Got to unzoom a hair. Maddie battling down in the low corner. Hunter comes in and steal away. Brownworth right there in front center, but couldn't get a handle on it as he was tied up. Goes up high to Altenberg. Altenberg holds, sends it back down to Brownworth. Brownworth looks, trying to center that one up, but it just goes to a Kenai player as Kenai breaks out with it. Carroll trying to get a stick on that. Altenberg pushing out wide. Shot! Was just tipped by the glove and goes wide. Another shot goes wide of the net. Carroll down and low trying to get this one back. Maddie comes in to steal that away. Maddie sends it out to Hunter, stretching out for it. Brownworth trying to accelerate up to it. Gains the zone, but only briefly as Kenai sends it right back on out. Kenai now on an odd man rush. And using the feet was Carroll. Hunter going down, so Carroll steps in to help out as Brownworth goes off on a change. Some tired legs for him and Hunter. Kenai has it now. Carroll back defending, sticks this one away, pushes out wide, kicks the puck, gets it up high, up at the point, sent down low, but not very low, as Eli Anderson's right there to steal it away, trying to cut and curl and get that thing out, and that's eventually what he does, trying to get it up to Maddie. Anderson taking a cross check to the back. I do not see an arm in the air. Kenai has this one as a toe drag around Maddie. Shot saved by Telly as he's in the perfect position, taking a very long shot, making it look easy. 2:59 remains in the first period. Score is 1-0 Oilers. Kenai not happy about it. As you've seen, they've really turned up the Jets here. We did have a long defensive zone time, but that was due to a penalty kill and then some tired players. But we're going to go right back into the O zone where we belong. Oilers have that one, send it up to Erstrom. Erstrom trying to get up to Postman. That's what he does. He gets it out into the neutral zone and then a face-off. Stand by one. All right, got that taken care of. We are here in a neutral zone face-off where Erstrom's taking that one with Postman on his right-hand side. Anderson's on his left. Back on defense is Dotson and Jordan Anderson. Erstrom has this one as he gains the zone. Postman comes in to help out. Postman trying to center that one up. Dotson steps up into the slot. Erstrom unable to get a shot off as there's two Kenai players there tying him up, and they exit the zone with it. Postman on the back check. Dotson and Anderson on the defense. Shot! Stand up! Saved by Telly goes high over the net as he stopped it from going in the net. Postma sends this one up to Erstrom. Erstrom dumps that one in, but it was on the wrong side of the red line, although icing is waved off in our favor. We'll take it. Eli Anderson down in the far corner takes a cross check to the rear, no call on the play. And we do finally get the call. And it's on us? A roughing on Erstrom. I missed that one. I will say that in especially the All-Stars game, I didn't see a lot through the camera. And then after I watched it, I did see a lot of those penalties that I didn't think were penalties. So I'll correct myself later if I'm wrong. But 2:02 remains in this first period. That means that Erstrom sits in timeout for the remainder of the first, essentially, except for 2 seconds. Taking that face-off was Baxter, sends it back to Carroll. Carroll wrapping it up around the boards. It goes to the far corner where Morales tries to pick this one up, but Kenai steals it away. Kenai centers it up. Shot! Steered aside by Telly. Not sure if he got anything on it or not, but it was blocked away from the net nonetheless. Over to the far corner. Kenai centers that one, and Altenberg bats it away, and then exiting the zone, wasting some more time as there's already been 30 seconds off of the penalty kill thus far. Back behind his own net, Kenai has it, sends it on a long lead pass up to the neutral zone. Morales to pressure. As we go back in the defense, Morales bats it right back on out, using the whole body, and no tripping called. So that was the exact same thing that happened to McLaughlin earlier, but they didn't call it this time. Kenai shot, gloved away by Telly. Right into the breadbasket as he bats the puck away, saying, "Not today in my net." .109 remains in the period, 107 in the penalty kill. First period score is 1-0 Oilers. At center is McLaughlin getting all kinds of tied up and trying to bat away from the net was Jordan Anderson, and it got steered wide. McLaughlin's going to wrap it all the way up and out on a beautiful clear there. Taking advantage of this is Matty. Matty by himself goes to the net, looks, shoots, he gets tripped, and we will get that penalty called. Matty sends it up high to Dotson as Telly's going to the bench to get the extra attacker. Jordan Anderson has the puck on his stick, sends it down low, looking for Matty. McLaughlin on the other side. We got 6 skaters on the ice. McLaughlin curls back. McLaughlin behind the net. Actually, we got 5 skaters because we are shorthanded. This one goes all the way. They got to get there because this would be a goal for Kenai. Jordan Anderson got all the way back. Unbelievable. That would have counted. And Kenai gets possession of it and ends that. That would have been epic and hilarious in the eyes of Kenai, but not so much for us. Thank you, Jordan Anderson, for getting back there. Yes, that is the rule. You pull the goalie, and if you send it into your own net, that's a goal for the other team. So 20 seconds remain on the Erstrom roughing. 22 seconds left in the period. We got 2 minutes. Well, we'll get a minute and 40 seconds eventually. Minute and 38 technically in the second period of power play action as Kenai player sits in the box and feels shame. I didn't even see the call, to be honest with you. It was the tripping, right? Right in front of the net. Matty went in there for the backhand and probably would have scored. You could almost say a penalty shot could have been awarded for that, but got the penalty nonetheless. We'll have, like I said, a minute 38 of power play action in the second period. Back behind the net it goes. McLaughlin chasing that one down along with Eli Anderson. Kenai gets there first, trying to send it up the boards. McLaughlin got a stick on it, but it allowed Altenberg time to step into it in the neutral zone. Trying to gain the zone, but unable is McLaughlin as we have 5 seconds to go. McLaughlin looking to shoot, and the period just comes to a close as he is setting up a beautiful play from the back door. And that's going to end our first period. Oh, wow, can you not even see that? That is weird. That scoreboard is fully lit up, but you can't see it on camera, I don't think. Or maybe, I don't. Oh, is it coming into view now? That is weird. So 14 minutes on the board for the second. Our penalty kill has come to a close, and our power play will begin. With the couple of penalties that we Had a discussion with somebody in the car on the drive in. I won't mention who that was. About yesterday's game. So the All-Star girls that we played, it was a really good game. The girls do a good job. It's not a physical game, and now we're in a very physical game. So that can be challenging. But the girls play very smart, and it forced our boys to play smart. Sometimes you match your opponent, and that's what they're doing. There was 2 goals in that game by the girls. We had 6. The 2 goals that the girls scored were both power play goals. What does that tell you? My most humble opinion, I think we need to stay out of the box. Now, both penalties, I remember one was by Brownworth. I don't know why I remember him specifically, but it was a high sticking. He went to do a stick lift, missed the stick completely, and smacked the young lady right in her cage. Textbook high sticking. Good call by the referee. Not intentional. He didn't want to hit that young lady in the face. I don't know, maybe he did, but I hope not. And there's a trip by Erstrom as he is back checking. And went in for the puck and tied up the legs of the young lady, tripped her up. So neither penalty was egregious, just like the McLaughlin trip earlier in this game. But nonetheless, we just got to be careful. We have to maintain our sticks. It's still your responsibility. And make sure we stay out of the box. McLaughlin takes his face off to start off our power play in the second period. Gets it up to Eli Anderson. Anderson loses it to Kenai. Kenai sends it out to the neutral zone. Altenberg has it. Kind of goes behind him where McLaughlin picks it up, sends it wide over to Carroll. Carroll to Erstrom. Erstrom through neutral ice. Hands it up off to Eli Anderson, who one-touch passes it right back to Erstrom, gaining the zone with help from McLaughlin. Over on the half wall, a battle ensues. This one is going to come out as we go on the defensive. Carroll picks this one up, backhand passes it up to Eli Anderson, who gains the zone. Ends up going right back out to the neutral zone where Carroll reconvenes with Altenberg. Altenberg back to Carroll, up to Eli Anderson, who gains the zone. Eli Anderson, this one goes up high to Carroll. Carroll passes Altenberg. Altenberg shoots and it airmails it over the net. Eli Anderson sends this one up high to Erstrom. Erstrom tries to chip it back down low to McLaughlin as they battle back and forth. Kenai clears this one on out. It will not go for icing. 40 seconds remain on the power play. 12:57 left in the period. Back behind the net, over to Carroll. Carroll up to McLaughlin as he accelerates. McLaughlin brings it all the way in. Looks. Maddie's out there. He's going to go pick it up in the far corner. Goes up high to Carroll. Carroll down to Eli Anderson, who tried to one-timer it, but went off the heel of his stick. Over to the far corner. Kenai picks it up, sends it up high. 10 seconds remain on our power play as we try to continue to hold it in. Maddie's stick is being held up there, but he's using his feet to play. Trying to get it back to Eli Anderson. Kenai picks that one up as you hear the cheering from the Kenai crowd as they are now full strength. McLaughlin sends this one out, gingerly trying to find Eli Anderson, and he does get there first, but the Kenai player somehow maintains possession. This one's sent down into the near corner. Altenberg will get there first. Altenberg over to Carroll. Carroll back to Altenberg from behind the net. Altenberg goes back to the opposing side where Carroll is, and he's going to pick it up on the half wall, brings it out, but Kenai holds briefly as Morales is forced to play that one. Up to Eli Anderson, up to Maddie. Maddie gains his own. Maddie wants redemption for that trip earlier so he can get his goal in, but this one goes to Kenai as he tried to center it up for Morales. Hunter, fresh on the ice, steals that one away. Hunter uses the power move to get to the net, and nobody could get a handle on it. Both Maddie and Morales right there in the slot trying to hammer it home. Jordan Anderson holds the line, sends that one down and deep. Back behind the net it goes, and we get Brownworth on the ice. Kenai sends this one up and trying to get it out, but Brownworth is there to pressure. Going on the defensive, Dotson's back there with Anderson. He's going to go to the far wall to pick this one up. Trying to send it up the boards to an awaiting Hunter. Kenai comes in to challenge. Hunter's trying to dig this one away, but it goes a little bit deeper. Brownworth will pick it up, tries to chip it up off the boards, but Kenai bats it, and then Hunter helps him get it out. Kenai sends it right back on in where Hunter's trying to pick it up, and Jordan Anderson will go back on the defensive down in the near corner behind the net to Dotson. Dotson, long lead passing it for Brownworth. He has to spin around to find it. Gets it to Hunter. Hunter will gain the zone with Brownworth tripping over each other in the process as it was called offsides. 10:45 to go in the second period. Score is 1-0 Oilers, and it's going to be a tight one today. McLaughlin's out there with Erstrom on his left, Eli Anderson on the right, Dotson and Anderson back on defense. 2 centermen out there. I'm guessing that coach is just trying to put something strong together to try and punch one home. As Eli Anderson has about a dozen assists throughout this weekend. Erstrom to the net on a power move, backhand shot, and he's gonna get it. He's gonna draw a penalty. Kenai back to the box for a 2-minute timeout session as they were naughty. Referee Greninger says it was a hook. We have a hooker. McLaughlin will be at center with Erstrom on the right, Eli Anderson on the left-hand side. Careful, guys. Some kids bouncing off of me here. Maybe they were told to. I don't know. Control your children, Kenai. You have a parenting issue, it seems, in the Kenai Peninsula. I don't know. If you're from Kenai and watching this, do better. McLaughlin to Erstrom. Erstrom trying to get towards the net. Eli Anderson has to kick it with his feet. He sends it up to McLaughlin. McLaughlin hands it off for Altenberg, who goes down deeper. Altenberg to the net. Shot! Trying to clean it up with Erstrom, but he was all tied up there. Carroll up high. Carroll down low. Erstrom has it on his stick. Tries to get past Kenai players, boxing out. Up high again to Carroll. Carroll has to do a spinorama to maintain possession. Carroll trying to send it over to Erstrom. Erstrom down low to McLaughlin. Shoots off the post. Ringing the doorbell as the goalie was perfectly in the RVH there. And getting a cross-check to the rear, everyone confused. Why isn't there a penalty? Even Kenai's like, why didn't I get a penalty for that? Taking a big hit down in the low corner was Erstrom. Erstrom sends it up high to McLaughlin. McLaughlin slapper, which gets tipped high up into the netting is where the puck goes. We're going to get an offensive zone face-off with some fresh legs out on the ice. Bringing out Maddie, Baxter, and Morales as a second power play unit with 9:34 remaining in the period. 1:09 left at 69 seconds to go in the Kenai penalty. Maddie to Baxter. Baxter sent it down low. Morales trying to get a handle on that. As I took my last sip of coffee, Kenai will exit the zone with it, forcing Joran, Anderson, and Dotson on defense. That one gets tipped wide, goes back behind the net. Dotson sends it up to Baxter. Baxter trying to send it out, but it goes right to a Kenai player who shoots it on net. Telly forced to make the save. Over to the far corner, taking a big hit with Dotson, a little slow to get up, but now he's skating, no worse for the wear. Baxter has that one, sends it through the neutral zone, looking for Maddie. We are on the power play, boys. Baxter has it. Baxter gains his own. Maddie on his left, and that was, I was just going to call it was offsides, and it was a little slow on the whistle, but it was the right call. 30 seconds remains on our power play, 8:55 in the period. Getting some different legs on the ice. I don't know how fresh they are right now, but McLaughlin out there with Maddie, and Eli Anderson's back out there. Joran, Anderson, and Dotson remain on defense. Maddie with the that was McLaughlin with the face-off, ends up with Maddie. Maddie trying to gain the zone, but Kenai's right there, harassing him the whole way. Jordan Anderson steps up in that one to hold the blue line, but referee, whomever, I recognize him, but I don't know him. He usually does a pretty decent job. He called the offside. I put my cup down. Excuse me, I try to step away. I talk a lot. I get congested. Jordan Anderson sends that one in. It takes a weird bounce off the dasher, which was in our favor. McLaughlin has it. He shoots. Oh, and not seeing it till the last second, but making a great save there was a Kenai goalie. McLaughlin continues to maintain possession, sends it over to Eli Anderson. Anderson shoots as the power play comes to a close in the Kenai Peninsula Hockey Association's full strength. That is a mouthful. I'll just say Kenai in the future. Dotson over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin gains his own. McLaughlin looks, shoots. Oh, and it was high, but it was blocked by the goalie. Beautiful shot there by McLaughlin. Taking a cross check to the rear was Anderson, but no call on play. McLaughlin shoots, and it was just across the blue paint over the near boards. But we're having a good offensive zone time here on the full strength. 5-on-5 hockey. Nice stick lift there by Eli Anderson. Allows Dotson to get on the puck. Back behind his net. Kenai is challenging here. Sends it up to McLaughlin, who's Tries to get up the boards to Anderson, but Kenai steals it away again. Jordan Anderson will step up into this one as he takes a check, but he's able to skate out of it and through it. One-touch pass from Eli Anderson to McLaughlin. McLaughlin trying to chip it past the Kenai player, but they bat it down on an icing, and that will be the call as we're going to get an offensive zone faceoff with 7:28 to go in the second period. 1-0 Oilers in a one-goal lead. It's not, that is no mucho. As we get Liam Telford leaving the ice with his goose egg for the first half, and now we got Seppi Otto, number 30, in the net for the boys in gray and green. Taking the face off is Erstrom. We got Brownworth on the left, Postma on the right. Mixing lines up now a little bit as he goes behind the net. Brownworth trying to steal it away, pressuring on the back check, but unable to get it. As we go on the defensive now, Postma swoops in to steal that, gets it to Carroll. Carroll gets it out, and they throw it in on an offsides. I don't know why it's... I swear it's not me. I could be a surgeon. I usually have such still hands, but it's like really something's loose maybe on my tripod. Let's see if I can tighten something up here. Ershon with the face-off, goes to the left-hand side. Brown chases down along with Altenberg, who will have to go on the defense as Kenai slings this one down in deep. Carroll on the opposing side over the far corner tries to send it up the boards to an awaiting Postma. Down low. Got it to, I think, Erstrom, and it got tipped out nonetheless to Postma, who's getting in the zone. Got Brownworth trailing. Kenai gets it, sends it up high. Carroll to hold, sends it back down to Erstrom. Erstrom walks, trying to shoot it. Brownworth has it, back to Erstrom. Erstrom shot, blocker down by Kenai. Kenai sends this up as they transition out on their breakout. Altenberg back on defense. That one gets chipped high over his head. Otto making the first stop. Easy. So Carroll didn't like that. And taking the contact. I don't disagree. As a Kenai player skated right in the goalie, cold goalie, that's a tough job coming in as a second unit. At 6:32 remaining in the second period, Andy took a hit to the head as he covered that puck. Morales, Baxter, and Hunter are out there. As I said, we're mixing up the lines a little bit here, trying to generate something. Boys got too comfortable with each other, apparently. Carroll's back there on defense, and he's the one that sent it up to Hunter. Shot! And a save by Kenai. Beautiful shot there and play by the boys. Nice job, Merrick Hunter. Kenai has it. Carroll steals this one away. Carroll towards the net, and Hunter's stick was all tied up as he tried to get the tip on it. Kenai has this one as they're accelerating out of the zone with a lot of speed. This has been a lot more even match this second period. But Morales steals it away. Gets it tipped off his stick. Hunter and Carroll coming in to help out. Carroll has it. Maintains possession and sends it down in the zone for Hunter to chase down along with Baxter. Kenai exits the zone. Altenberg steps up in it to slow him up. Morales will have to chase this one down as Kenai has gained the zone from the near corner. Morales, nice check down low to get that puck away. And he sends it up to Hunter. Hunter toe drags across to exit the zone with it, maintains possession, but gets it sticked away. Baxter steps up into that to try and hold on to that one as he gets sandwiched by his own player there. And Kenai sends it down and deep, back behind the net. Carroll picks it up on the far corner. Carroll trying to send up the boards. Shot! Sticked away and up into the netting by Otto. .5:13 to go in the second period. A lot of weird stuff happening here, including undisciplined children running around behind me. Kicked me a couple times. I don't appreciate. They're just kids, but it's a parenting problem. That one was footed away by Jordan Anderson. Unintentional possibly, but in the perfect defensive position to make sure that it was steered away from the net. As this one comes out to the neutral zone, Postma chasing it down with McLaughlin. Postma chips that one in. McLaughlin is going to go put on some pressure along with Eli Anderson on the near boards here. Anderson sends it up high. Cross-check to the back. I hate that as you saw Anderson's head snap back, but he's no worse for the wear. McLaughlin from behind the net really working hard to maintain possession, but Kenai steals it away, then Anderson intercepts the pass. Anderson cross ice over to Dotson. Dotson looks, shoots, And goalie makes a save. You could just feel it almost going to go in as Dotson's looking for a goal. He's got an assist throughout the weekend, at least one, if not two. But he wanted to punch one in the back of the net there. 4:30 to go in the second period, 1-0 Oilers. McLaughlin takes the face-off. He's got Postma on the right where he's trying to send it to, and everyone's tied up right now. McLaughlin using a lot of muscle to get that one away. McLaughlin fires this down low into the near corner. Eli Anderson chases it down. He curls. McLaughlin back to Anderson. Anderson trying to get down to Postma, but Kenai intercepts. Trying to stick it away was Jordan Anderson, allowing Dotson to steal it. He tries to keep it away from Kenai, but they maintain possession somehow. High stick by Kenai, and then waved off as Jordan Anderson played it. Battling down there with all the muscle is McLaughlin and Anderson. Kenai comes up with it towards the slot where Eli Anderson bats it away. Kenai has it once again. Jordan Anderson down low to pressure. Hard angle shot is blocked down by Otto and dove on to stop play. Oh, hey, how's it going? Good. You guys playing now? Or?
Just beat Fairbanks.
You just beat Fairbanks? Yeah! So, all right, well, hopefully we see you this afternoon then. We won't be friends then.
No.
But now we
take
can
an hour
talk.
break.
All right, so just got word that Blue Devils beat HCF in their semifinal game, so they're going to the finals. Ooh, that one just drifted to the left side of Otto as he's trying to slide over. I don't know if he had eyes on it yet. This one was blocked by Carroll, which went towards the goalie, and Otto elected to dive on it. As Kenai's bringing the aggression out right now, they're mad that it's a 0 game for them. Maddie, Brownworth, and Hunter are out there. It looks like we're getting the gang back together here, or the band back together. I don't know. Maddie gets it to Altenberg. That one was sent towards the front of the net. Kenai has it. Hunter steals it away. Hunter trying to get this one away as Kenai used a lot of muscle to get that one back. Centering pass goes right to the stick of Carroll, and he's going to send this one wide to Maddie. Takes the zone with it, but he got tied up in the feet of Hunter as he tries to chip this one back. Carroll sends it forward to Hunter. Hunter's going to gain the zone. He's got Brownworth with him. Oh, but it goes to the stick of Kenai, but he gets right on back. Hunter has it. Tries to shoot. Brownworth. Shot. Goes wide. Maddie shoots from a hard angle. Loose puck, and Maddie cleans it up! Bringing it 2-0. That's the third line that we've seen scoring in nearly every game. Actually, yes, every game this weekend. That was Maddie from, I think, Brownworth and Hunter is what it will be. We'll watch the video later and get for sure, but without a doubt, Jackson Maddie, number 19, bringing us up by 2 with 2:54 to go in the second period. Face-off goes into our defensive zone. Jordan Anderson chases this one down, sends it over to Dotson. Dotson trying to get it to Postma. Kenai attempting a hole, but unable as Erstrom was challenging there. Trying to find my words, get messages at the same time. I appreciate the commentary. Viewers at home say that Brownworth did get the assist. We'll check it out later. Kenai back to the box of shame for a roughing. So we're going to go back on the power play. This is a little bit more usual, especially, you know, any youth hockey team, any hockey team really. As you get behind, you start playing a little bit more emotionally. You get upset. They're a gritty team. I give them a lot of credit for their grittiness, but they're taking the penalties that we don't want to take. Dotson shot, and trying to clean up was McLaughlin. Loose puck, but the whistle was blown. As Erstrom's out there saying, why? It was loose. I can't, there you go. He's trying to zoom in on that action there, but whatever. McLaughlin with the face-off, wins it to Eli Anderson. Anderson back to McLaughlin. They lofted it in their feet. Ends up on this twig of Erstrom. Erstrom looking to shoot, but just waving on. Trying to clean it up was Anderson. And then finally cleaning it up was McLaughlin. Erstrom to Anderson to McLaughlin. 3-0. as the Kenai is swapping their goalies. Whatever their decision is their decision. But that Kenai goalie was doing a fine job, and he had a good attitude about it. But that's the fault of the team there for taking the penalties and helping us get up to three goose egg is what we see right now with Morales, McLaughlin, and Baxter out on the ice. Altenberg and Carroll back on defense. Kenai has his puck as they gain the zone. Angrily gain the zone. Baxter pushing out wide, giving a check to a guy twice his size. Back behind the net is Carroll battling. That centering pass goes to nobody except for Baxter, who's going to send that up and out, and we're getting a penalty for a slash. It's on us. Oh, on Carroll. Dun, dun, dun. Sending Kenai on a power play. What did I just say, boys? Now, if you know the game of hockey, Payson Carroll is a defenseman, and we were in our defensive zone, and taking a slash by a defenseman in a defensive zone happens. I'm not saying it's right, but it happens. If that was in the offensive zone, then I'd have a problem with it. Anywho, here we are in the PK with Altenberg. Oh, nice save and a cover there by Otto. We got Altenberg, Postma, Baxter, and Joran Anderson out there. 1:34 to go in the second, where we're going to end the period on a penalty kill. Joran Anderson being swapped out for Emmett Dotson, number 93, fresh on the ice. Face-off won by Baxter over to Altenberg. Altenberg trying to tie it up or send it up the boards as he gets tripped up. Centering pass, unable to get the shot off, thankfully. It was Kenai right there in the slot. Postman trying to send it forward, takes a big hit, sent up high by Dotson. Kenai has it. Shot. Tipped up well high over the net and into the near corner. Kenai picks it up once again, sends it up high from the point, sent down low to the hash marks. A cross-ice pass. Can't pull the trigger as Kenai takes it down in the far corner. Pass intercepted by Dotson, sent out. No icing as Kenai played that one in the neutral zone. Coach calling for a change as Postman leaves the ice in placement for Morales. Baxter pressuring, gives Morales time to gain the zone. Morales by himself, shoots, scores, short-handed. Number 11, Ashton Morales. Fresh on the ice to punch it in the back of the net. I believe assisted by Eli Anderson, number 15, making this a 4-0 game on a short-handed goal, and the Kenai parents, I know their hearts are sinking right now. I would too if it was my team, but we are happy over here as Oilers fans to see 4-0 on the board. Ashton Morales takes that face-off, wins it to the rear. Jackson Matty to chase it down. Matty from behind the net. We've got Eli Anderson along with Jordan Anderson out there on defense. Up high, using the feet was Eli Anderson to get it out of the zone, and then they threw it, they being Kenai, threw it back in on an offside, stopping the clock at 32.8 in the second period. 48 seconds to go on the PK, which means we'll take that into the third period. Hopefully we take it in the third period, because you know what happens if we don't. Kenai gets his face off, gains his own, batted away by Eli Anderson right off the bat. Sent through the neutralized. Morales trying to get a second shorthanded goal there, just couldn't get a handle on it as he batted away from the player nonetheless. Jordan Anderson steps up into this one, steals it away. 18 and a half seconds to go. Using the body was Morales. He sends it down in deep. Excellent PK happening right now by our Oilers. Kenai has it, takes it back behind their own net. Pressuring was Morales, back check, sticking that one away, wasting time. Eli Anderson using the feet, forcing Kenai to play it in the zone, handing it off to Matty, ending the period 4-0 Oilers. And ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot of hockey left. So it feels good right now, but we have got to keep our foot on the gas pedal. And we have a very challenging game coming up against the Blue Devils this afternoon, hopefully, as I stare into the eyes of a Blue Devils parent. What's that?
You guys should tag team the announcer.
That'd be funny. He's quieter than me, probably. I think everyone's quieter than me. So we don't want to count our eggs before the cows leave the pasture, or whatever the saying is. But there's a very good chance as we sit right now that we will be playing the Blue Devils at 3-ish. I don't know. We'll get that time later. I'll check with my silent co-host once things look a little bit more guaranteed for us, because it's not guaranteed. Like I was saying, there's a lot of hockey left. 14 minutes on the board for this third period in this semifinals game. 4-0 is the score with the Oilers happily in the lead. Let's not say comfortably, because nothing is comfortable about hockey. I've seen some crazy comebacks this season, even in the NHL. Did you guys see that Sharks-Penguins game like a month ago? I think the Sharks were down by 5. They tied it up in the third and then won it in overtime. It was hilarious. Somebody that lives at my house, I won't mention any names, number 3, initials, Colton John Brownworth, is a huge Sharks fan, so make sure you make fun of him later on. They're doing pretty good. Vegas 2 nights ago, according to my constituents here, apparently had a huge comeback as well. Maddie's going to take this face-off. Brownworth on the left-hand side, Hunter on the right. Face-off is won, goes into the offensive zone, shorthanded. We have McLaughlin time left on the PK. And now Brownworth time left on the PK. 3, 2, 1. Oilers full strength as we bring Carroll fresh out on the ice, along with Brownworth and Altenberg on defense as Kenai brings this one in. Shot! Steered aside by Otto, out of position, but got back just in the nick of time to make sure that one stayed clear of the net. Up high it goes. Kenai has it again. Shot! Wide of the net, down in the near corner. Carroll sends it up the boards. Hunter trying to get that one away. And Kenai sent it down low, covering it up with Seppi. Those netminders in gray and green have had an absolutely fantastic game. They've been fantastic all weekend. McLaughlin wins the face-off to the rear over to Carroll. Carroll's going to take it back behind the net where there's 3 Kenai players. Unfortunately, he thought about it for a second. Kenai tried to send that one up, but they sent it all the way down into our offensive zone where Morales is racing through the neutral zone to try and get there first. Kenai gets it, sends it up around the boards. McLaughlin takes advantage. He's going to collect that one as he's harassed by 3 Kenai players. Back behind the net it goes. Morales a challenge along with Baxter on the opposing side. Kenai on the breakout, sent out to neutral ice where Carroll collects things. Altenberg back to Carroll. Carroll backhands it up, trying to find McLaughlin, but Kenai got a stick on it, brings it in the zone as he gets just steamrolled there over on the half wall. Morales down low, bats it away from the Kenai player. Then Altenberg steps up to make sure they don't get the shot off. And look at that fluttering puck, will not go for icing. Now rolling. My 5.0 with my rig top down so my hair can blow. Hard angle there by Baxter. Steered aside. McLaughlin trying to get a stick on it. Wide pass. Baxter's able to hold the zone, and he sends it down in deep and goes off on a change. Kenai back behind the net gets harassed by Morales and McLaughlin. The 2 M&Ms that you don't want to be harassed by. I know I wouldn't. Dotson down at center ice here. Walks it forward, tried to send it in off of Postma to negate icing, and I believe that's exactly what he did as the puck goes back behind the net, and we get a full change out there. Erstrom, Postma, and Eli Anderson up front. Jordan Anderson and Dotson back on defense. Over the far corner, battling there with Erstrom and keeping his stick away from the player very intelligently. Oh, but not enough? Are we getting a penalty for it? What happened? Let's see what the call is. Or was it an offside? What it is? I don't know what happened. I missed it totally. Was it a shot and a save? Like, am I just... Okay, I went brain dead there for a minute. We'll watch it later. Erstrom, face off with Eli Anderson and Postma as this one comes to the near boards. Sent up high from the point, shot wide of the net. Over to the opposing side, Kenai to chase it down, holds. Eli Anderson using the feet to get that one out. And putting on the pressure, keeping it in the zone. Kenai gets it back. Oh, okay, thank you. The call was a high stick, or I assume puck was played with the high stick. Therefore, it was blown dead at that point, and that's why we took the defensive zone draw. Thank you for keeping me honest on that. Erstrom from the near corner. Kenai has it, trying to get towards net. Everyone's stirring him up. Both the Andersons are down there to stop him. Dotson tying up the Kenai player back behind the net. Jordan Anderson tried to get on that, but he blew a tire in the process. Kenai battling with Jordan Anderson. Kenai comes up with it. Down in the far corner, Erstrom pushing out wide along with Eli Anderson. Puck goes back down behind the net. Kenai's had a long Ozo time here. Shot saved by Otto. Seppi Otto, number 30, making the save, keeping the goose egg on the board at 10:42 remaining the third period. Did I mention we have some fantastic attendees? Kenai does too, but we have some fantastic goal scorers. Hunter's out there with Brownworth and Maddie. Got the band back together. Carroll has it, centers up for Brownworth. Brownworth looks to shoot, and the goalie makes a save back behind the net. Carroll has it, wraps around, backhand shot, goes high. Goalie can't find it. Everyone trying to get a handle on it. Hunter's getting all tripped up. Somebody's lost their twig. Maddie gets that one away. Brownworth comes into pressure, but is still able to get out to the neutral zone. But then Maddie collects it. Brownworth trying to tap it up forward for Hunter, but Kenai steps into that one. This one's sent forward. Maddie trying to bat it down, but Kenai gets there first. Brownworth using the buttocks to keep that one away from Kenai, but only briefly as they now have it and send it deep into the defensive zone. Our defensive zone. Carroll has it. Carroll up the boards to Hunter. Hunter gets it up and out. Hunter trying to steal it away. He's got Brownworth on his left, and that's exactly what he does. Hunter gains his zone. He looks. He shoots high up over the net. Altenberg steps up in that one to hold the zone, sends it down in deep as Brownworth goes off in a change along with Carroll. Hunter tries to send this one up for Maddie. McLaughlin and Jordan Anderson, fresh legs on the ice as we go on the defensive. And McLaughlin's just taps that one away. McLaughlin gets it right on back. He gains his own. One-on-one. He gets past the player. McLaughlin to the net. Backhand shot. It's loose, but it does not go. It just sat on the line. As referee Maddie, yes, he is a ref, goes behind the net and stares into it looking for it as if he's getting ready to call the goal. Kenai parents went from heart sinking to now they're being obnoxious. It's about standard. Par for the course. This one goes down for icing. We're going to get another offensive zone draw with 9:19 to go. 9:19. Reminds me of 1919. Year my grandmother was born. One of my grandmothers. Also a great root beer. McLaughlin takes the face off. Morales is out there alongside of Baxter. This puck's going to go up high, but then McLaughlin sends it back down and low into the near corner. Kenai gets there first, but not without some challenging from Morales as he delivers a blow, trying to get that one back. Kenai ends up with it on their stick as they send it in the neutral zone. Jordan Anderson chases that one down, chips it away, using the body to keep it away from the Kenai players. There's a battle right there by the benches. Battle. Anderson goes down. Coach wants a penalty. Me too. Dotson sent that to Baxter. Baxter tried to hand it off to McLaughlin, but Kenai gets it, and then McLaughlin bats it away. Baxter going down there. It looks like we are the ones playing from behind as we continue to keep our foot on the gas. That's exactly what we need to do, boys. Nice work with 8:28 remaining in this third period where it's 4-0 Oilers in the lead. Kenai sends this one up and out. 2-on-2 action here as Dotson pushes out wide, trying to stick that one away with help from Anderson. Shot goes behind the net, over into the near boards at the half wall. Baxter's trying to send this one up to McLaughlin. Baxter digging for it. Ends up with Kenai. Kenai down low where Jordan Anderson intercepts before it even makes its way to the net. Gets up to Morales, who sends it out to the neutral zone. Kenai sends it right back in on net where Otto elects to cover it in a very long delayed whistle as he's given him the opportunity to play it. But it looks like that was the right call as coach wanted to get a change. Carroll and Altenberg will come out on defense. Erstrom, Postma, and Eli Anderson up front. Kind of been calling this second line. I don't know that coach actually has numbered lines. It's just me calling it as I sees it. They have an empty net here with this offensive zone draw. So Kenai has 6 players on the ice, as you can see. 8 minutes to go in the game as they really want to get this one back and trying to put the pressure on us. When you see this, coach tells the boys to get on the bench and he comes out on the ice. It's a subliminal message. It's psychology. He's the one standing up and addressing them as he gives them the opportunity to take a break. He's proud of them. He likes what they're doing. Can always do something better, and that's exactly his coaching right now. Here's what we need to do better. And by the way, they've brought out an extra attacker. So the focus, what's really, really hard at any level of hockey is to not focus on that empty net. Everybody wants to just fire it on down, get the easy empty net goal. But it's not actually as easy as you think from 185 feet away. So he wants them to focus on defense right now. If you have the opportunity to score, sure. Best way to do it is to gain the red line, so you negate icing. But don't send all 5 players down there either. So there's probably some conversation about that. Some good tactics for 6-on-5. Kenai not giving up as they're making a very aggressive move here with 8 minutes remaining in the third period in a 4-0 game to pull their goalie and try and punch one away. They really want to break that egg. And we really want to keep it. Erstrom with the face-off. Eli Anderson's out there with Postma. Carroll's back on defense. It's beautiful play there by Eli Anderson as he chips it up and out. Erstrom pressuring, keeping a few of the boys back, just as we discussed earlier. Kenai on the breakout. We're back on the defense now. Postma pressures, wastes a little bit of time. Kenai will gain the zone. Chipping that away was Carroll, and sending it out again on a beautiful clear was Eli Anderson. Out to neutral ice. Kenai has it. Kenai sends it down on net. Otto covers and elects for the offensive zone faceoff with 7:26 to go. Bringing out Maddie, Brownworth, and Hunter, along with Dotson and Jordan Anderson. Maddie with the faceoff goes back to Kenai. Brownworth gets a stick on it. Brownworth is racing for it. He's trying to win the race as he gets interfered with, but no call on the play. Goes back to Maddie, back to Jordan Anderson, out to neutral ice. Maddie and Brownworth tip this one away. Brownworth putting on the pressure. Forcing an errant pass, giving Hunter time to get on it. Trying to get that one to somebody to get an empty net. But as coach has probably said, don't focus on that. This one got sent to the feet of Brownworth. Kenai picks it up. Brownworth the challenge. Goes wide to the near boards. Kenai has it. Trying to get it away was Dotson. Goes up to Hunter. Down to Dotson. Dotson gets this one up and out. Kenai reaching for it. Can't get there. Maddie races down for it as icing is negated with 6:40 remaining in the game. Back behind the net. Maddie pressures. Maddie steals it away. Gets it to McLaughlin. McLaughlin fires it towards the empty net and he scores! Making it a 5-0 game with 6:31 to go in the period. Number 7, Bryson McLaughlin with the empty net goal. And it's feeling a lot more comfortable right now, but there's still a lot of hockey left, and we still got to keep our foot on the gas pedal. We have a very, very tough game that I suspect we'll be playing this afternoon. The Blue Devils is not a team to scoff at. We have tied them. I don't think we beat them. I know we've lost them a couple times, very close games. We absolutely can beat them, but we have to play like this we are right now. Down to the fourth corner where Altenberg picks it up, sends it up, but not very high as Kenai is able to hold, sends it down behind the net. Altenberg chases this one down. Altenberg has it, cuts back. He's looking to fire this one out as he brings it across the blue paint. Everybody a little bit nervous there. He finds Baxter in the neutral zone. Chasing it down is Kenai. They get there first. Kenai back behind the net. McLaughlin gets a stick on it, but not enough. Finds its way to another Kenai player as they throw it down in deep. Back behind the net. Carroll will chase this one down into the near corners. He takes a check to the back. No call on the play. And now there is a penalty on Kenai for a slash. And that was what I was talking about. A slash in your offensive zone is just not brilliant, especially when you're down by 5. They had pulled their goalie, it looked like, again. I missed that. And the goalie's going back in as we go on the power play here with 5:49 to go in the game. Bergstrom to Anderson, Anderson to Anderson, down deep behind the net. Postman will get there first. We don't need to see the whole crowd. Ooh, nice centering pass by Postman. A shot by Erstrom goes wide. Back behind the net, battling. It was on the net briefly. Eli Anderson coming in there to try to steal it away. Kenai on the breakout as they send it through neutral ice, and this will be icing as Dotson chases it down. 5:27 to go in our game. Minute 39 on our power play. All right, the game this afternoon, assuming, and I don't want to assume anything, assuming we'll be in it, is at 4:45 Alaska time. 9:45 if you're on the East Coast, 8:45 Central. I can't do the rest of the math. Hopefully you can if you live in Mountain or, what's the other one? The Gold Coast? Hunter. Dotson battling along the half wall. Morales comes in to help out, gets it down to Hunter. Hunter looks, shoots from Morales, goes behind the net. Morales chasing this one down. Ends up with Morales. Morales toe drags across. Morales shoots, and the goalie makes a save. Looking for that proverbial final nail in the coffin. 4:47 to go in our game. 58 seconds remain in the Kenai penalty. Our score is 5-0 Oilers. Morales, Maddie, Hunter up front. Carroll and Altenberg back on defense. Morales from behind the net. Morales down low, sends it down to Hunter. Hunter centering pass. Kenai sends this one out. Rolling puck. It will not go for icing. Icing is officially waved off as Altenberg races back towards it. Altenberg playing it off the far boards. Gives Morales time to get it up. Chips it out. Will this go for icing? It will. Kenai will take an offensive zone face-off in our defensive zone with 4:21 in the game, 32 seconds in the power play. It almost looks like we're saving some energy for our next battle, and it will be a battle. It's going to be a fun one. I like it too. There's a lot of kids that I coached on that Blue Devils team and a lot of families I really like. And so there will be somewhat of a victory either way, but obviously the only victory we can have is our boys in gray and green. 25 seconds left of power play action here as Erstrom's out there with Postma and Eli Anderson. Erstrom getting that face off, trying to go to Anderson, but Kenai comes up with it. Kenai trying to walk it down towards the net, unable as he just takes out Carroll, and that was an interference that was not called. Anderson bats it down. Shot saved by Otto. I'm trying to do that. There we go. Everybody taps him on the pads, keeping a goose egg on the board. Erstrom with the face-off. Wins it to his rear. Eli Anderson comes in to steal away, but somehow Kenai gets a shot off. Kick saved by Otto, goes up to Carroll. Carroll gets a post, but trying to get that one out of the zone. With help from Carroll, they eventually do. Carroll sent that one up. He's looking for Anderson, but it was stick by the Kenai player who about took out the Kenai coach. These kids are trying to kill us this weekend. See that one that came at me? That was terrifying. That was a couple games ago. All-Stars game, I think. Erstrom with the face-off. Baxter on the right, Morales on the left. Face-off one goes to Morales. Sends it up to Baxter. Baxter to, I don't know if I called that right. I think I said Erstrom. It's McLaughlin on the ice. Our most recent goal scorer from an empty net goal. Bryson McLaughlin is number 7. Erstrom 17. Back behind the net. Kenai has it. Kenai Line back pass goes to nobody into the far corner where McLaughlin will chase us down with help from Morales to keep it down in our offensive zone. Kenai chases this one down, sends it up and out to Jordan Anderson. Anderson getting pressured there by a fast and aggressive Kenai player, has to just tap it on out to Baxter in the neutral zone. Kenai is able to gain the zone by throwing it in deep, where Dotson's going to collect it, tries to send it up the boards looking for Baxter. Baxter's not able to get a handle on it, I think, or maybe he sent it down low. Nonetheless, Morales has it on the far boards where he chips it up off the boards and exits the zone with it, forcing Kenai to regroup here. McLaughlin put on some pressure, forcing an errant pass back to Dotson, who sends it over to Jordan Anderson, who sent it up to the skate blades of Baxter, who sends it up to McLaughlin, who'll gain the zone with Morales, 2-on-1. Morales shoots. Goalie makes a save, and it goes high over the net in the near boards. Dotson is out there. Brownworth pressuring. Ooh, between the legs pass. Nice pass there by Kenai. Give him credit. Morales picks that one up, sends it up and out. It will not go for icing as the Kenai player played it. 2:20 go in the game. Back behind the net, Brownworth comes into pressure. Matty trying to get that puck back, forcing an errant pass, but Kenai gets it as they chip it up further on the boards. Altenberg back on defense, tips it away with help from Matty, and that was a trip on Matty, but we did not get the call for it. So he taketh and he giveth away, something like that. We got away with one as Hunter and Matty are not playing heads up and run into each other. Shot! And it goes back behind the net. Matty comes in, delivers a big check. Hunter helps send that one out to neutral ice. 1:40 to go in the game. Kenai has it. Loses it on their own accord. Sends it up high. Brown was trying to hold, but it bounces up over his stick. Carroll's going to collect that one. Sends it over to Altenberg. Almost just wasting time at this point. Altenberg back to Carroll. Carroll toe drags across to get out to neutral zone. Carroll up to Brownworth. Brownworth gains the zone. He's got Hunter. He tried to send it to Hunter, but Kenai intercepted. Kenai getting pushed out by Altenberg. Carroll comes in to help out. Carroll goes up front. Brownworth takes the defensive position. Hunter's up there. Hunter trying to walk it in. Gets it batted away. Carroll comes in to hold, but it goes out to neutral ice. Brownworth back in on defense. Lifts the stick. Gets it away twice. Allows Matty to come in. Delivers a big check and bats it away. Will it be on net? It is played by the goalie. If it was on net or not, I don't know. 54 seconds to go. And Kenai getting a penalty. Okay, we are getting a penalty, which is probably right. There's a lot of going back and forth. He gave him a cross check. Number 19, Jackson Matty, taking a cross check penalty with 53.7 seconds to go in a 5-0 game. We've got the win at this point. It's safe to say now, but the true victory will come with helping our goalies keep the goose egg. That's our victory now. As Eli Anderson takes a face-off, Kenai has it. Kenai shot, steered aside by Otto, over to the far boards. Postma chasing down, pushing out. Dotson's going to get this one. Dotson uses the boards to chip it up to himself at the half wall. Kenai has it, trying to send it up high. Dotson's tying it up. It squirts out, shot high over the net to the far boards, and this one will exit the zone, wasting more time. 30 seconds remain in the game. Kenai regrouping at center ice. Baxter to pressure. Kenai toe dragging across, gives Postman time to bat it away. Jordan Anderson pushes out wide, down low behind the net. Jordan Anderson giving a check. Dotson comes in to try and steal it away. Head contact. Jordan Anderson's on the ice in a heap of pain there. Shot saved by Otto. Why are they not calling it? Jordan Anderson's back up on his feet, and he is sore. Block shot by Baxter with 1 second to go. Shutout, shutout, shutout! That away, boys. Huge victory in today's semifinal game as we all go and congratulate our attendees for a superior game with the big shutout against Kenai. Not an easy task as they are a gritty team. Nice work. Good job. Congrats to Kenai for making it to the semifinals game. And you battled hard with us. We shot good today. We made really good hockey plays, and we came up victorious in that one. It wasn't for a lack of effort from Kenai. They should be proud with their effort. Yeah, there's some things they could have done better too, but we came out victoriously, We get to play at 4:45 this afternoon against the Blue Devils in the finals. We're going for first place. We want the gold. We want the gold. That concludes this morning's game. Like I said, we will see you this afternoon at 4:45, right back here at Boki. And by golly, it should be on this ice right here at Rink 1. I would expect and hope for that. It's chilly outside. If you're driving on the Glen, be careful. It's very chunky. Ice chunks glued to the road all over the place to just rip you around. It's nuts. And boys, protein it up, rest it up. Can't wait to see you play hard in this next game. Hopefully Joran's okay. He did finally get up. I think he just got rattled there. It's been a pleasure talking to you. What a great game. We'll see you this afternoon.